Let's have a look at how Beaver Lake is thawing out over 2 weekends. March 12th, showing here, and in a few minutes we'll see the following weekend. So not too much snow on the ground actually, and a little bit on the lake. We'll see between these 2 weekends we got a little bit of snow in that's piled up. Looking sort of westish down Beaver Lake. Nice bright day, a few clouds in the sky. And here's the end of the lake where it's open. You can see where the river flows out in the top right there. It's open, and then coming in where the Salmon River comes in, it's quite open. Here we are looking down on the channel between North Beaver Lake on the left, where it's all sharp and jaggy, very strange shapes, and South Beaver Lake is on the far right there. Very thin, but for some reason sharp edges and strange curvy lines. Not sure what's causing all that, but it's clearly the way the ice is thawing. There's a close-up of one of those sharp edges. See, it's breaking away all the way along the edges. It's probably very thin, almost spongy. Lots of air in there. And over the course of the weekend we could hear what we call whale sounds as the lake kind of bubbles and churns. That's looking up towards where the Salmon River flows in. This is the channel between North Beaver Lake and South Beaver Lake. Quite cold, I think about -12 if I recall correctly. Here we are flying up towards the Salmon River where it comes in. You can see there's sort of a thin layer of ice on the surface there. Still icy, and then there's an open patch. Looking around a little bit, there's the hidden lake in the distance there. Traveling west on North Beaver Lake. I'm not so sure I'd be out on that ice. Looks pretty dubious. Flying over Neville Point. And I'll drop down for a nice landing. You can see there's virtually no snow. In fact, I don't see any snow at this height on the actual land. There's actually little pockets here and there, but really not that much. And there I am. Wave. Hello. Thumbs up. Yeah, good flight. Now, this is the next weekend, Saturday, March the 18th. You can see there's snow accumulated in weird kind of drifts and things on the lake. Here that's Neville Point in the middle, South Beaver Lake on the left. You can see the islands just disappearing off the screen. North Beaver Lake here. If you look closely, starting about now, coming in on the right hand side of the screen, you can actually see somebody has been out on an ATV. You can see some tracks. Right there, you can start seeing it right near that little outcropping of land. They came down and must have spun around and went back. I don't think I would do that, but whatever. He obviously made it back. And you can see now that the flow of the river has opened it up quite a bit, despite the cold weather. Today it's gone up to +3. A little close up here, this is South Beaver Lake, looking towards the Salmon River in the far distance there where it leaves the lake. Wide open, that dark part. And the rest is sort of semi-submerged almost, where it's kind of gray color. Big chunks of ice flow that are floating free there. If it was a little windier, I'm sure they would be moving around, but it's quite calm. Well, not actually, it's pretty windy, but it's not terribly windy. You'll see when we get down a little later, a little lower, we'll see some waves. Strange ice flows there. I like the rectangular ones, look like little aircraft carriers. This is a little closer view down low. At some point around here there's a bird that flies across. Oh, there it is, just on the right hand side. You can see it just hovering around the top of that ice. You can't see it now. I think it was an osprey. I had a closer look in a piece of the video I had to trim out because it was the exposure was kind of poor. As you can see, there's actually a little bit of crust on the bottom part of the screen, but open in the upper part. If you have very sharp eyes, you can see the osprey sitting on the ice actually right there. You had to be very fast to see it. Very strange shapes with weird contours where it's thinner and thicker, I guess. There's those strange square pieces, rectangular pieces. We'll have a look from up above. That's the very tip of Neville Point there. See the river winding into the brush there. That's where the river comes into the lake. Salmon River. There's the hidden lake, still pretty frozen. That outcropping there is where those ATV tracks could be seen. You'd have to look pretty close to see them there at this height. And off in the distance, I'm not sure if you can see them at this point, but there was somebody out ice fishing. A couple of people actually. Way off down by the islands. And here we are coming down for a landing, and you can see, as compared to last weekend, there's snow on the ground. A lot of spots anyway, where it's a little more sunny. You can see it's melted. I'm standing there near that swing. And there I am. We're coming in for a landing. Thanks for watching. We'll have another report maybe in a couple of weeks. Thanks again. Bye.